Now your local Lexus dealers presents Who's Playing This Weekend. Saturday, it's the Players' Championship. Then on Sunday, final round play from Sawgrass. Catch all the weekend highlights on Sports Sunday. This weekend on News Channel 8.
Candidates of change? Jeff Merkley said raising money during session was inherently inappropriate and then banned it. Then Merkley took tens of thousands, breaking his own rule. Steve Novick, the Oregonian, calls him the liberal champion of government spending. They say Novick doesn't tolerate taxes, he celebrates them. Jeff Merkley, Steve Novick. More of the same when it's time for a change.
I'm Gordon Smith, and I approve this ad.
The #1 news team. The clearest images in true HD. The most reliable winter forecast only on News Channel 8 at 10 on Portland's CW.
Did Lindsay Lohan take this college student's fur coat?
How did an $11,000 blonde mink coat end up in Lindsay Lohan's closet?
And what the troubled actress says today about the new scandal. Then, schoolboy Barack Obama. Exclusive access to the schools where he was taught.
Barry sat here, Barack sat there, and then you sat there.
What we found when we went halfway around the world. Then, never before seen on TV. Exclusive, murdered actress Sharon Tate's wardrobe trunk. Her private clothing collection. Open for the first time in public in almost 40 years. And Judgment Day for Uma Thurman's stalker.
The verdict comes down.
And where we found the stalker last night. And famous faces everywhere. Julia, Jennifer, just engaged Scarlett Johansson.
It was fashion gridlock on the red carpet at what's called the Party of the Year.
Now, Inside Edition with Deborah Norville.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us. Even though her career has been floundering a bit lately, actress Lindsay Lohan made a reported $3.5 million last year, which means if she'd wanted a fur coat, she certainly could have bought one. But a New York City college co-ed claims that instead, Lindsay took her coat. And that picture you see here, she says, is proof. Les Trent explains.
Hey, Lindsay, how are you? Did Lindsay Lohan steal this chic mink jacket during one of her wild nights of clubbing? This Ivy League University student is accusing the starlet of making off with her treasured fur. Her name is Masha Markova, and the alleged fur filching is front-page news in the New York Post with the headline, "Lindsay Lohan stole my coat."
Did she steal it from you?
Now she's at the center of the latest Lindsay Lohan scandal. Masha Markova was partying at the same private gathering as Lohan back in January. They were here at the exclusive one-of-a-kind club where the college student says partygoers left their coats in a common bin. Then in the early morning hours when it was time to leave, she said her blonde mink was nowhere to be found. A gift from her grandmother, the Columbia University graduate student in philosophy, says the unique sheared mink is worth nearly $12,000. But 2 weeks later, the pretty co-ed spotted this photo in a magazine. Lohan is leaving the club wearing a jacket that looked exactly like hers. Lindsay! Inside Edition obtained this video of the star wearing the mink the night it was allegedly taken. But take a look at this. It's Lohan wearing a black coat on her way to the club. Sometime during the night, she apparently switched jackets.
She's flipping through it and sees a picture of Lindsay Lohan dated January 26th in her coat, which is the same night it was taken. It was taken about 3 in the morning, and this was late at night.
Markova's lawyer, Meryl Cohen, says she called Lohan's high-powered Hollywood attorney threatening litigation. Hours later, the student says she heard from the club.
The publicist for the club, she called or emailed my client, said I have a package for delivery, something to that effect, would never mention the word coat, would never mention the word Lohan or Lindsay.
Lo and behold, the jacket arrived at her apartment near the Columbia campus 2 days later. The one-of-a-kind club, also known as One Oak, disputes the student's account, telling Inside Edition, clearly this girl is looking for publicity. She misplaced her coat. One Oak found it and returned it. And Lohan's publicist tells us she didn't steal a coat. Markova says the coat reeked of cigarettes and alcohol and had a tear in the silk lining. She's stopping short of accusing Lohan of wrongdoing, but she is demanding $10,000 for what she's calling a 3-week rental of her precious mink.
If she went in wearing a black coat and came out wearing a fur coat, don't you think she should have known that it wasn't her coat?
I would think so.
Hey, how are you?
The guest list was strictly Hollywood, but the setting was New York City's Metropolitan Museum of Art, where scores of Hollywood stars gathered for the annual Costume Institute Ball. That's where April Woodard reports the theme was superheroes.
Everywhere you turn, a super famous face at New York's Metropolitan Museum of Art. Hollywood's biggest stars right here in New York at what's called the Party of the Year. Julia Roberts arriving alongside fellow co-chair of the event, George Clooney, his girlfriend, Sarah Larson, and the designer, Giorgio Armani. And when you're on Armani's arm, you wear Armani. Jennifer Lopez was glowing, leaving her newborn twins behind to enjoy a night out. She wore a stunning Alberta Ferretti gown, and as she posed, Lopez affectionately rubbed Mark Anthony's back. Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes stuck to each other like glue. She was in a vintage strapless Armani. Their good friends, the Beckhams, were also at the party. Victoria in a semi-sheer coat dress. Singer John Mayer was solo without his rumored new girlfriend, Jennifer Aniston. He was coy when asked about their relationship. I heard about a rumor. Are you dating Jen?
We'll hang out. I'll tell you everything. What are you doing after this?
Naomi Watts channeled Marilyn Monroe and talked about her pregnant friend, Nicole Kidman.
How's your friend Nicole doing? She's doing great. She's getting along fine.
Scarlett Johansson didn't come with her new fiancé, Ryan Reynolds. Instead, she arrived on the arm of the design duo, Dolce & Gabbana. She was, however, wearing her brand new diamond engagement ring. Beyonce chose a strapless gown. Her new husband, Jay-Z, was nowhere in sight. Excuse me? And where was the much-anticipated Mariah Carey? Well, her good friend, Vogue editor-at-large, Andre Leon Talley, had just heard from her and confirmed she's indeed married to actor Nick Cannon.
She really did get married, and she's thrilled, and she's happy, and they're on their honeymoon in Bahamas in her new house.
Supermodel Gisele Bündchen with quarterback boyfriend Tom Brady, hands down the sexiest in a daring Versace. Janet Jackson was covered up in front, but once she turned around, her gown was cut daringly low. Eva Longoria was beautiful in a purple Marchesa gown. Eva Mendes in Calvin Klein and platform shoes delicately made her way up the museum stairs. All in all, a party to rival the Oscars.
Last week, Barack Obama gave the top 10 list. Monday night, it was Hillary Clinton's turn, making an appearance on David Letterman's show just before those important Indiana and North Carolina primaries.
Canadian bacon, soggy and chewy. American bacon, crisp and delicious.
Oh, man, is it ever.
Hillary Clinton shows off patriotic pride and her humorous side, delivering the top 10 list on The Late Show with David Letterman.
Top 10 reasons Hillary Clinton loves America.
We have more Dakotas than every other country combined.
That's right.
Is this the part where I say, live from New York, it's Saturday night?
As Clinton and Barack Obama face off in crucial primaries in North Carolina and Indiana, their ongoing battle is being compared to another epic feud. A new video sweeping the internet parodies the contentious campaign as the climactic fight from Star Wars.
Join me.
I'll never join you! The video, titled The Empire Strikes Barack, portrays Clinton as Darth Vader and Obama as Luke Skywalker.
Never attack.
Just like in the film, the two presidential hopefuls are depicted brawling with lightsabers. Back in reality, both candidates are hoping that the Force is with them on this crucial primary day.
The controversial owner of Girls Gone Wild has made millions selling raunchy videos of young women. But some of that fortune may have come from people like these two women who never ordered the X-rated videos but were charged for them anyway. Jim Murray has the story.
When this mother of three from California looked inside her mailbox not long ago, she was in for a big surprise. It was a package containing X-rated videos.
To receive Girls Gone Wild in the mail, I was like, what the heck is this?
The tapes contain shots of young women encouraged to flash for the Girls Gone Wild cameras.
Let me see.
But there was more to come.
Then, a few months later, 2 more tapes showed up.
She called customer service over and over to cancel and get her money back.
Totally got the runaround. No one could help me.
So who is this woman? She's my wife, Carrie Moret. And we've learned that it wasn't just my family. People from around the country, including this very angry grandmother from Kentucky, say they've received unwanted Girls Gone Wild videos, too.
I didn't order it. I didn't want it.
Diane Dattilo was not only shocked when she received the tapes, but upset that the company took money right out of her bank account.
I think it's a scam and a fraud. The Girls Gone Wild can go into your bank account, take your money, and send you material that you didn't ask for.
So how could this happen? We went to the man who's gotten very rich off these X-rated videos, Girls Gone Wild owner Joe Francis. I showed him the package my wife received. Look at the name. Carrie, my wife. Francis thought it was funny, but for my wife and others around the country, this is no laughing matter. My wife received this.
How did she order that?
She didn't order it.
Wow.
She didn't order it. She's charged on a credit card.
Wow.
We get 3 of these.
Oh, my God.
And she said, we have 2 daughters.
Yeah.
And she said, what's this? Francis claims the problem started when he was in jail for nearly a year. He was recently released after pleading no contest to charges of videotaping underage women and soliciting prostitution. He says a former employee and marketing companies were responsible for the bogus sales.
When I left to jail, this happened while I was gone. I am so angry, and we are suing these companies right now.
Although Francis blames others for his problems, we found there's a long history of customers receiving unwanted Girls Gone Wild videos.
In the case of Girls Gone Wild, we just give them an F because they can't answer complaints, and this is a serious issue to us, and our rating reflects that.
And in 2004, without admitting fault, Francis paid $1.1 million to settle charges that customers were billed for monthly videos they didn't order. After many phone calls and a lot of aggravation, my wife and Diane Dattilo got their money back. But they still wonder why anyone should have to put up with X-rated videos unexpectedly showing up in their mailboxes.
This experience made me feel very violated.
We'll be back with more in just a moment.
Next, schoolboy Barack Obama. Exclusive access to the schools where he was taught.
Barry sat here, Barack sat there, and then you sat there.
What we found when we went halfway around the world. Then, never before seen on TV. Exclusive, murdered actress Sharon Tate's wardrobe trunk. Her private clothing collection. Open for the first time in public in almost 40 years.
I've never unwrapped this for anybody.
And Judgment Day for Uma Thurman's stalker.
The verdict comes down.
And where we found the stalker last night. Inside Edition, America's nonstop news magazine, will be right back.
Who has the right experience for Attorney General? Only John Kroger has ever tried a case, protecting Oregonians and all Americans, prosecuting crooked Enron executives, mafia killers, and drug kingpins. More than 1,000 times in a courtroom, a spotless reputation for ethics. John Kroger will be a tough and independent Attorney General that will protect kids from abuse, seniors from scams, and our neighborhoods from meth. Tough, ethical, on our side. John Kroger for Attorney General.
If ever you're not satisfied with one of our tires, please feel free to bring it back. Thank you. America's Tire Company.
Customer satisfaction to me is taking care of the customer, making sure they walk out of my store feeling like they got the best deal and they feel like they can come back at any time.
Come on in and experience our world-class service. You'll see the difference.
You treat every customer as a friend and they'll treat you the same way back.
Come on in for a great deal on tires and wheels. I'll take care of you.
Oregon knows that with bold ideas, there's no challenge we can't meet. We can transform our energy future by making the oil companies invest in new clean energy and create millions of new green jobs. We can end No Child Left Behind and have affordable health coverage for every single American. And we can start bringing our troops home from Iraq within the first 60 days. It's going to take a fighter to meet these challenges. If you give me the chance, together, we'll turn our country around. I'm Hillary Clinton, and I approve this message.
It has been nearly 40 years since actress Sharon Tate was murdered by members of Charles Manson's cult. Those convicted in the killings have remained locked up ever since. Also locked away, Miss Tate's Hollywood wardrobe. Now Sharon Tate's sister is opening the wardrobe trunk exclusively for Inside Edition. Christina Guerrero reports.
No one has looked inside this trunk for nearly 40 years, until now.
I've never unwrapped this for anybody.
This California woman is showing us some priceless family heirlooms. They once belonged to her sister, one of Hollywood's biggest style icons, Sharon Tate. Sharon was the beautiful 60s actress who rose to fame in the classic Valley of the Dolls. But in 1969, Sharon and her unborn child were murdered. She was the most famous victim of the notorious Charles Manson family murders. Sharon's sister Deborah kept her sister's possessions all these years in this trunk.
It puts a big warm smile on my face. It's like having her next to me for a few moments.
But Deborah says these dresses are too beautiful to keep under wraps any longer. So for the first time, she's opening up Sharon Tate's trunk and showing only inside edition the wardrobe that made her sister a fashion icon.
How would you describe your sister's style?
Very eclectic, very free, spirited, and a combination between sexy and a childlike innocence.
With Sharon's sister's blessing, we went to Tripod Studios in Venice, California, and using a model, recreated a classic Sharon Tate photo session. It's the first time these clothes have been worn in 39 years. The makeup artist used old publicity photos of Sharon as a guide to recreate her distinctive look.
Sharon's whole look is about the smoky eye. It's all about the eyes, lots of eyelashes.
Deborah, who was only a teenager when Sharon was at the height of her fame, gave some last-minute suggestions.
What she would do is darken from the apex of the nose going up towards the brow with just a little bit of a shadow.
Then it was time for photographer Jeremy Corbell to stamp the photos. This look says swinging 60s. It's just like Sharon would pose in a mini dress and leather strings on her feet.
Am I doing this right?
You were doing pretty good.
Deborah says Sharon wore the strings to look like sandals so she could go barefoot into restaurants and stores in Beverly Hills. And you can imagine Sharon wearing this lavender blouse that doubled as a nightie. Or with boots, it could be a mini dress for a night on the town. And this is Sharon's mink coat, her name embroidered on the inside. But one dress was so special, Deborah wouldn't let another woman wear it.
Her wedding dress is also stored in here.
This is Sharon's wedding dress from her 1968 marriage to director Roman Polanski. He was in France at the time of the murders. The dress was made of off-white taffeta and has blue velvet bows on the sleeves. As the photo session progressed, Deborah Tate fought back tears. But despite her emotions, she was happy to show off Sharon's wardrobe that has been tucked away for decades, hoping it will help her sister's legacy carry on.
As Senator Barack Obama has made his run for president, some have questioned his background, particularly the 4 years he spent as a child in Indonesia. He was educated in 2 schools, first a Catholic school and then later a public school. Matt Mahar traveled to Indonesia to take you to both of the schools the candidate attended.
This is the Assisi Catholic Grammar School in Jakarta, Indonesia. And Barack Obama is on his way to becoming its most famous former student.
Barack Obama.
The only record of Obama having attended the school is this old register. And look, it lists his name as Barry Soetoro. That's the name Obama took from his Indonesian stepfather, Lolo Soetoro.
He was smart in mathematics.
Very smart in mathematics.
Yes.
That class register at the Catholic school says Obama came from Honolulu and lists his date of birth. But look at his nationality. It's listed as Indonesian and his religion as Islam. But his teachers believe it was listed that way as a matter of routine because Obama's stepfather was Muslim and Indonesian. When Obama's stepfather changed jobs and moved the family to another neighborhood in Jakarta, Obama's mother enrolled him in the Besuki Public School, which has a reputation for being one of the best in the city. Obama's former classmates showed me his old desk.
Barry sat here, Barack sat there, and then you sat there.
The school's makeup reflects the population of Indonesia, more than 90% Muslim. Last year, the school became an issue in the presidential race. Political dirty tricksters flooded the internet with false reports that the school was a fundamentalist madrasa, a training ground for radical Muslims. The smear campaign angered former students of the school, and Obama's office issued a statement calling the report malicious and irresponsible. The statement reads, "To be clear, Senator Obama has never been a Muslim, was not raised a Muslim, and is a committed Christian."
It's unlikely that whoever started that rumor ever set a foot inside the school, because if they had, they would have found hundreds of smart, happy, and very independently acting kids. Former students and teachers say it's always been that way.
There is a mosque in the school. It overlooks the playground, and every day at noon, the children are called to prayer, but it's not a requirement. There is also a small chapel for the handful of Christian students who attend the school. They assemble in the chapel at noon. When we were there, we found 6 students singing and reading the Bible. But this is not a religious school, and during our visit, the students seemed more interested in sports. Although Obama attended the Basuki Public School for less than 2 years, his classmates recently reunited to take a photo with the sign "Good Luck Barry" on the rooftop, proud and hopeful that the kid they knew from Jakarta might become the next president of the U.S.
Senator Obama said that he hopes one day to bring his family to Indonesia and show them where he lived. When we come back, Judgment Day for the man accused of stalking actress Uma Thurman.
Closed caption sponsorship for Inside Edition is brought to you by...
Make a real meal in minutes. Your whole family loves to eat. Campbell's cheesy chicken and rice casserole. Possibilities.
Stay tuned. There's more Inside Edition to come. Next Inside Edition, more on the Lindsay Lohan coat scandal. Did Lindsay really take her fur coats? Watch the next Inside Edition.
We pay a lot in taxes. So what did Kevin Mannix do? He voted for higher taxes, higher gas taxes.
Kevin Mannix tried to raise the gas tax. That's just wrong.
Higher property taxes.
Family can't afford Kevin Mannix's tax hikes.
Mannix voted for higher income taxes.
Hey, Kevin, no more taxes.
Even a sales tax.
Hey, Kevin, no sales tax.
I'm Mike Erickson, and I approve this message because I'm a Republican who's going to say no to higher taxes.
Hi, I'm Greg MacPherson, and this is JK. We're both running for Attorney General. How to choose?
Boy, that's a great question.
I protected Oregon families by passing laws cracking down on meth producers and internet sex predators. I protected a woman's right to choose, and I passed Measure 49 to protect open space from development. JK? Boy, talk about open space. It's all about protecting Oregon, every last bit.
Candidates of change? Jeff Merkley said raising money during session was inherently inappropriate and then banned it. Then Merkley took tens of thousands, breaking his own rule. Steve Novick? The Oregonian calls him the liberal champion of government spending. They say Novick doesn't tolerate taxes, he celebrates them. Jeff Merkley, Steve Novick. More of the same when it's time for a change.
I'm Gordon Smith, and I approve this ad.
It's Judgment Day for the man accused of stalking actress Uma Thurman. Megan Alexander reports.
An obsessed fan was found guilty of stalking actress Uma Thurman in a Manhattan court Tuesday. The scene at the courthouse has been electric during this emotional and dramatic trial. But the accused, Jack Jordan, remained emotionless and stone-faced as the guilty verdict was read. And he remained silent as police handcuffed him and led him away. Uma Thurman testified at his trial, but she was not in court to hear the guilty verdict. And look at this. The 37-year-old stalker, Jack Jordan, was pictured sleeping on a New York street on his last night of freedom before the guilty verdict came in. He faces up to 1 year behind bars when he is sentenced in June.
It's a phenomenal recovery for injured Dancing with the Stars contestant, Christian de la Fuente. His left arm covered in a glittery bandage, Christian and partner Cheryl Burke tangoed to the top Monday night. 10! Are you not able to put any weight on it at all?
I cannot twist and I cannot pull or push with the arm.
The Latin soap star who ruptured the tendon in his arm last week learned to lift and turn Cheryl with just one arm and did it so well, the pair earned their best score yet in the competition.
And coming up, the world's smartest fish. Yes, this thing can actually do tricks.
Closed caption sponsorship for Inside Edition is brought to you by...
Hurry into your nearest Goodyear retailer now because all Goodyear Eagle tires are on sale. Call 1-877-GOODYEAR for the participating retailer near you and complete details. Sale ends May 31st, 2008.
Stay tuned. There's more Inside Edition to come.
At 1-800-Flowers.com, we want to make Mother's Day truly special, so we've designed this beautiful, pleasantly purple arrangement with the exquisite Lesianthus
And roses.
Roses in this picture?
It's Mother's Day, Dad, and Mom will love this.
It's a lovely day. What are you gonna make?
miss when you have an allergy attack. Benadryl is more effective than the leading allergy medicine at relieving your worst symptoms and works when you need it most. Benadryl, you can't pause life.
Seven Up has 100% natural flavors for naturally better taste. And who can resist that? 7 Up, with 100% natural flavors.
So what lets me take on the world single-handedly? Avon.
New Avon Protego lipstick. Slide it open. Put it on. Slide it shut with just one hand. Call your Avon representative for a brochure and say,
Hello tomorrow.
It's the 5-minute challenge. Trigger Spray versus new Roundup Pump and Go sprayer. With up to 5 minutes of continuous spray, Pump and Go kills weeds, not your hands. New Roundup Pump and Go. Hard on weeds, easy on you.
You can't teach an old dog new tricks, but you can teach fish, at least this one, next.
Discover healthier, better-looking skin within you at Avanti Skin Centers in West Lynn. Don't miss our Mother's Day open house, May 8th from 4 to 7 p.m.
Avanti Skin Centers in West Lynn. Your path to healthier skin starts here.
Iron Man's woman, Gwyneth's fashion flashback.
My pants split right up the back.
Plus, our Farrah Fawcett exclusive. The history-making poster is back, and we have never seen footage. Next Access Hollywood.
Tonight at 7:30 on News Channel 8. Tonight, movies, music, internet, phone, and a sedative. How surgeons are using the iPhone to help kids recover faster.
That's exactly the effect that we were looking for.
Tonight at 11 on News Channel 8.
Silenced forever. Next Inside Edition, she's about to permanently lose her voice.
She will never speak, smell, or taste again.
What would your last words be?
What will you miss hearing your mom say most?
I love you.
Cynthia's last words. Watch the next Inside Edition.
And finally, who knew you could train a goldfish? Meet the world's smartest fish.
Meet Comet the Wonderfish. The world's smartest goldfish can shoot hoops, limbo under a stick, and even bend it like Beckham. So what's the catch? Comet's trainers use positive reinforcement, rewarding the clever fish with food for each trip.
We have now officially seen everything. That's Inside Edition. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Oregon knows that with bold ideas, there's no challenge we can't meet. We can transform our energy future by making the oil companies invest in new clean energy and create millions of new green jobs. We can end No Child Left Behind and have affordable health coverage for every single American. And we can start bringing our troops home from Iraq within the first 60 days. It's going to take a fighter to meet these challenges. If you give me the chance, together we'll turn our country around. I'm Hillary Clinton, and I approve this message. When you're used to always doing something with a cigarette, it can be hard doing it without one. But if you can relearn how to drive without cigarettes, then you can relearn to do anything without cigarettes. For more information on quitting, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
My dad was a logger, a mill worker in Myrtle Creek in Roseburg. Always worked with his hands. So Gordon Smith and I come from two very different places.
As U.S. Senator, Merkley will fight to end trade deals that ship our jobs overseas and billion-dollar bailouts for the oil companies at a time of record-high gas prices. Merkley has a plan to create quality jobs with the child care and health benefits we can count on.
I'm Jeff Merkley, and I approve this message.
Keep your family safe. Tune into Metro West Ambulance Safety Watch Sunday mornings at 8:30 on News Channel 8 or go to kgw.com/safetywatch.